Ayo, what is going on, everyone? I hope you're all having a good day, because I know I am. So today we're going to be making something real dirty. A long Riddim Growl for you guys in X serum, and this is how it sounds like. Oh, heavy. And I did use serum wavetables, so there's no excuses as to why you guys can't make this sound. So let's get straight into it. I'm just going to go over it nice and slow. It is quite simple, so you guys should be able to do this. And then you can, maybe change the wavetable or tweak some things to make it your own. The effects rack is very simple. So first things first, I'm going to go over it. Oscillator A, we're going to minus down 2 octaves, and we're going to go into the spectral, alien spectral. Okay. We're then going to turn the level down. We're going to bring the LFO onto the level, bring it to 100%, and we're going to hit trigger, make it 1 bar, and we're going to draw this type of loop. It's like semicircle type of shape, right? Then we're going to put the wavetable position at about 70% and put the LFO 1 onto the wavetable position and move it up to about 39%, maybe 37%. There you go. Then we're going to click the warp. FM from B. We're going to bring this up to about 11%, and then the warp as well to about 16, 15, maybe about 16, 17%. Okay. Same thing, the LFO on the FM. Then we're going to turn on oscillator B. We're going to look for digital bipole harmonic, which is the second wavetable you can choose. We're going to go up 1 octave. And then the wavetable position is going to come to about, 195. And same thing, guys, LFO 1 onto that. But this time we're going to make it go backwards. So we're not going to go forward. We're going to come backwards. And you've got some nice movements here in your wavetables. So, and we want that to be about minus 57. There you go. And we're going to select for warp B. PWM, which is nice. This is, it's up to preference, guys, where you really want to leave this. So I found about 74% is nice, just for the nice little movement of the wavetable. So yeah, have a quick little look at that, guys, so you can catch up. I apologize if I'm going too fast. Just let me know for the next tutorial. I'll go a bit slower, but like I said, if you have to pause the video, you can. Now, filter, right? Next time I'll have these off too, so I can sort of go through them. But yeah, because I'm not that good where I can remember what I've done and then open a fresh one. I can't do that, so I do apologize. Filter, we're gonna go with the typical high notch filter because we are generic people. High notch 12. Make sure you hit, you turn, it's gonna default like that, so make sure you click on oscillator B, turn it on. That's very important. So the cutoff, you just bring it down. Same thing, guys. LFO 1 onto here. This is all up to preference too, guys. So let's take a listen at the difference. The more you go to the right, the more like a goblin it's going to sound. So it's up to preference, but I had it at about 60%. No, actually I had it about 57%. The resonance, turn it up just maybe 38%. The drive, turn it up because at default it's going to be pretty soft. So drive, turn it up to about 23%. Frequency, guys, same thing. You move the frequency knob to about 80%, 85%. And a lot. This is again up to preference. See, that even sounds cool. So, guys, same type of aspect. The more you move it to the left, it's going to sound like a goblin. This is really nice, though. Sounds like someone's just getting drowned. Okay, so we're gonna have that at about minus 62%. Mix, leave it all the way up the pan. You could get a little creative and sort of have like a, just to sort of spread it out between the stereo field. And that's it, guys, for the main initial patch. So let's take a listen now without the effects. Very dry, kind of weird. There you go, beautiful. So guys, EQ, move this to the top of the chain. And same thing with the first LFO, guys. Frequency at about 60%, 60 hertz. Move this up to about 62. The gain I think starts off in the middle. We're gonna boost it a little bit to the right, about 4 dB, and we're gonna bring it not forward. We're gonna bring it back. So you look at the little graph here. See the movements it makes. Those nice little intertwining movements is what makes that like that deep troll growl. And we're going to select the horns. I don't know what they're called. Bells, my bad. They're bells. Same thing on this one, guys. We're going to select the bell frequency, move it up to about 15 hertz, and we're going to bring this all the way down. And the gain, it starts as default like that, but we're going to move that to about 12 dB, and we're not going to modulate that. Hyper dimension, guys. The detune, bring it down. I think it starts default like that. Just bring the rate down to about 40%, bring the detune down to about 39%. I like to add a couple of unisons, but for this growl I left it at default 4. Mix, always bring the mix down because it starts off a bit just too intense. So bring the mix down to about 39%. The dimension, you can leave it. You can mess with the size, but we'll leave it for this growl. You flick on distortion, we're going to select Diode 2. This is a dirty type of distortion. It really does clip the crap out of your sounds. So once you select Diode 2, before you even play the sound, bring the mix down, guys, because this is going to bust your ears. So bring the mix down. You can even bring it down a bit more to about 50% even. Yeah, that's really dirty and loud. So about 50%, we'll leave the mix. Guys, the compressor, turn that on. This is a preference. A lot of the time the compressor actually does squish and get rid of the important frequencies and fundamentals of the sound, depending especially if it's a high frequency type of growl. But for this, without it, as you can hear, not so cool. Compressor on, you bring the threshold down, and it just straight away brings that growl to life. Straight away to life. There's a woodpecker knocking on my window. That is really weird. There's 2 of them. Okay, anyway, sorry. And yeah, so same thing up to preference, guys. Reverb. Without it, it's not so cool sounding, so I just whacked it on. And there you have it, guys. I'll leave this up for a second so you can pause the video or have a look. That is it, guys, for a Friendly Fire insane Riddim dubstep growl tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.